Welcome to Sailing Sersha. I'm Tegan. My parents sold our house, sold their business, and bought a 38-foot island spirit catamaran with the goal to travel the world. Only problem is, it needed a complete refit. This is Colbin, my husband, Karen, my mum, Denver, my brother, and Robin, my dad. Together we make up Sailing Sersha. The boys have gone to look for some lobsters. We've been promised these things for months, so we'll have to see if they provide. But I'm holding my breath. We're just manning the dinghy.
And here come our guests. One of the days of cars or taxis. We now have rubber ducks.
We had Sail Yacht Puff and Zephyrus across for dinner. Everyone bought their own little dish to add to the party, and we had some amazing food. So to start off our Christmas lunch, it is crayfish on homemade bread, and it was cooked in garlic wine and butter sauce.
That was my first time eating lobster. I haven't actually eaten South African crayfish yet. Actually I have, but I didn't like it back then, but that was surprisingly good. Tegan has a knack for changing my mind. First it was sushi, then it was...
Pickles.
Oh yeah, pickles are new to the
Relish on
the
burgers.
menu. Relish, actually garnish on burgers. Used to be quite a plain old Jane kind of guy. But I'm opening up a little bit.
Some super roasted onions from the bra. We've got the bride chicken and cooled gammon. And you can't beat these crispy potatoes. Some asparagus, peas and carrots, mung beans and rice. We have come walking by ourselves. Sometimes you need a break from the family, and we have just walked to the windward side of the island, I think.
Yeah.
It's one of the points just on the other side of Tyrell Bay, but it's just so beautiful. It's dirt roads and
Pretty uncharted.
yeah.
It's just a random trek.
We haven't seen one car or one person,
Yeah.
and we've been walking for about an hour now, so it's good to get away and get some exploring in. Colbin wanting more plants for the boat. It's a no. So we found this little area and it looks a little lived in by, must be fishermen or something. But we are a little scared to be walking around here after we found this in the one garden when we were walking past. We'll video it on the way out. It's made us a little bit nervous. So these roads we are walking on, there literally hasn't been a car on it in forever. You can tell by the tracks and the fact that it's washed away. But there's all these little farmsteads around here. So they must all walk, but at least the road took us to some very pretty places today. We haven't passed one person or one car, and it's going on 2 hours of exploring.
Yeah.
So
there's something pretty weird you have to see. You guys gotta check this
we're getting
out.
there. After walking for 2.5 hours and seeing only one car with one man in, we headed back to Tyrell. We've had some really beautiful old school monohulls come through Tyrell Bay. It's just been so interesting to see them. My mum and dad went for a supposedly quick and short walk from Tyrell Bay to Hillsborough. It turned into a way longer trek than they expected.
This is the beach opposite Sandy Island. Full of little beach bars. Didn't even know it existed when we were at Sandy Island. The bay. And that's Sandy Island there where you see the white sand beach. I've been told by a couple of locals sitting under a tree over there that this is the shortcut through back to the main road. Heading past that little gravesite. They promised us nobody was going to shoot us and that this wasn't private property as long as we stuck to the little strip. A little fixer-upper. Up on a hill. There's a beautiful sea view over there. We're at Paradise Beach Club and they have a wall of boat names. So when you come and have a drink here, you can paint your boat name and it goes up on the wall. We see quite a few that we recognize. Might come across and do our own as well. Still at Paradise Beach Bar, just leaving, and they've got a goodbye sign here, all the different languages, and there's even toitsiens. So we were just walking through from Tyrell Bay to Hillsborough, and I looked at this beautiful big old tree, and I met this lovely lady. What's your name?
My name is Vero. I'm
Vero.
Pauline.
Pauline. Okay, and you were telling me about the tree.
The both trees are there from since I know myself a little girl.
Okay. So going back to what sort of date?
That's in, let me see, in the, I checking to see at that time as I was around 8, 9, and I'm 17 now.
Oh goodness, okay. Are you waiting for this bus?
No.
No, okay.
I'm 17 now.
Okay.
So it's
So
there
it's-
for a while.
Yeah, at least 70. Well, you said it was already big when you got here.
Yes,
So-
it's a big tree.
That's
Very
where the
big tree, bearing and everything. It's called a tambourine tree.
sorry, eh?
It's called a
Tambourine tree.
Tambourine tree.
Okay, lovely.
Yes.
Well, thank you for that. I really
Right.
appreciate
So
it.
enjoy.
Thank you. Two very tiny baby goats. They still have the umbilical cords attached. It's just goats walking all over the show here. How cute are they? This has been one long walk. I never realized it was going to be quite so far. And Robin's talking about walking all the way back. I might be bowing out of that one and getting a taxi back. Still walking. I think it's been some number of kilometers. And we've happened to cross this little building. Said to Robin, perfect little fixer-upper. Maybe we should just come and stay here. There was a shortcut across to Paradise Beach through the mangroves. We don't know quite that we're on it, but it's pretty out there. Right, onwards. Washed. Robin's headed far off ahead of me because I'm always stopping to take photos. There's Sandy Island. So on the way to Hillsborough we came through along the streets. We were told by a local on the way back we could take this shortcut through the mangroves. It's proving to be quite an adventure, but it's supposed to cut quite a long way off of our trip back. We thought of just catching a taxi back, but then decided that we would just take this shortened route and see what it was like. Very pretty. Interesting. Oh, look at the size of that burrow. We've really got to find out what these are. It must be crabs of some sort. Really got to a very dense patch, so I don't know quite which way to go. Seem to have run out of a path. These huge conch shells everywhere. Look at that. Oh, look at this mountain of conch shells. Some of them are so beautiful. The colours of things. And huge. They've all had their conch eaten out of them because that's how you get it out. You break it and then it comes out. Look at those colours. The path just got very bushy. Rowan just announced that there's a very big spider web ahead of us. Where's the spider web? I don't know if this is actually the path. Do you think it is? Did you do away with the spider web?
Yeah.
You don't think we should just walk along the beach there? So we made it across that peninsula of mangroves, in the middle of it, and we're back on the other side. So apparently it's cut a kilometre or two off of our trip, which would have taken us around up there by those houses.
To the left of Tyrell Bay, there is a huge mangrove area. People refer to these mangroves as a mangrove lake because of its unique shape, and it is also considered a hurricane hole during hurricane season. Because of how protected it is, boats are allowed to tie up inside to the mangroves. Boats are only allowed to tie up in the mangroves if there's a hurricane on its way. The mangroves are part of the marine reserve in Carriacou, which stretches from the mangroves all around the west side of Carriacou to Sandy Island. Apparently there's also a very rare phenomenon that happens in the mangroves where they have oysters growing in the roots of the mangroves. That is a big part of the reason for the marine reserve. Thank you for watching with us. If you enjoyed our video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button.